Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock.
Welcome. We're back for another one, episode 24.
Yes, sir.
We got the whole crew. We got Big G, Money Mo. We got two special guests today. We got Shiv, and then we got me and Will.
Am I that special though? I've been on here so many times. Why am I playing, bro? I am.
I might have to add Hubbard to the team, yeah.
All right. But he get his picture on their necks and the logo. All right. I'm gonna send it over to Mo to go ahead and be over the topics for today.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. I know Z brought us all in, but I'm officially for this episode, at least probably the main host for this episode. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And take it away.
What?
Yep.
I'm dead,
man.
Let's get into it, man.
He said, I'm the host, but I'm delegating out in these.
Yeah, we got a lot of topics to run down.
So what I do best.
We're gonna start first with the Oscars, the Will Smith slap going around. We're gonna go down to the Ukraine, some of the highlights that's been going on with that in Russia. We're gonna talk about a YOLO mentality versus planning for the future. Which one do you guys think is best? Our life regrets, the best places in the U.S. to party, one conspiracy you all believe in. That's a good one. The Jesse Smollett case, he wilding out. Deshaun Watson, found not guilty, just got a big contract.
Free that brother.
You mean Washington or Watson?
Biggest to history.
Free that brother. I don't know what's his last name.
He was the Browns, so he guilty. So now we're gonna talk about Disney.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Disney been on that wave. That LGBT.
They on that rainbow.
Yep. We're gonna talk about
really
is a 9 to 5 better if you're making $100,000 than a $50,000 business that you're running. What's better, working a 9 to 5, making more money or that? We're gonna talk about the new NFL diversity rules. We're going male birth control, child support. Joe Biden been in the media a lot lately. Inflation and the baby millionaire. We'll talk about all those topics. But first, we're gonna talk about the Oscars.
You can go ahead and catch your breath.
Oh, that woman nothing.
I thought it was one more time. I was like, the Oscars.
Nah, yo, can we all agree that Jada Pinkett Smith is a low value woman, yo? Come on.
Yep.
Low value.
And Will Smith
got
no respect for me, bro.
Nah,
all the dudes hitting your girl and you going to get mad over a little joke.
Yeah, yo. You don't get no street cat for picking on the weakest link. Yo.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if that host was 50 Cent instead of Chris Rock making that joke. Imagine.
Yeah.
You're not doing
I
that.
think it was a planned publicity stunt to get eyes on the Oscars because don't nobody watch it.
That's interesting, though.
Nah, yo, but of all the stuff they could have done, why would they do that?
Right.
All the things they could do, they're going to physically assault somebody, and then it's not like people cared about they would do. If I feel like if they was trying to get attention on the Oscars, they would have did something that made people tune into the Oscars. Maybe like a secret code, like if you got everything, so you actually watch it. People that were worried about the slap after the slap, they weren't concerned about the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? I see that going around and people saying that. To me, I just don't believe it because to me, it would seem like if you want to gain interest for something, you wouldn't want people looking at a 20-second clip. You would want them actually to be engaged. I don't understand why
somebody see that slap from this year's Oscars, they'd be like, this shit lit. I might watch the next one.
Nah, yo, come on, yo. Ain't nobody said that.
Because they're going to simmer down after that, too. So
it's whole Reddit threads about this.
They're going to
especially
how
after
that, though.
After the slap, Will Smith walked away laughing. Chris Rock was kind of laughing and shit. He was like, damn, he just slapped the shit out of me. And then Will Smith took it over the top with the way how he was yelling at Chris Rock and stuff. Chris Rock's just like, yeah, you all right, I got you.
For the people that don't know, if you don't know, recently at the Oscars, Chris was up there. He was making some jokes and everything. He wasn't even a host whole time. He was just doing a little what they call it.
Like just like
announcing.
Joking.
He was just announcing the award, right?
Yeah.
And he was, cracking a couple of jokes. Came to Jada Pinkett Smith. He said that that she could be in the next G.I. Jane movie, and people took it all out of context and stuff. Will
because of the whole alopecia.
Will walked on stage, slapped him, and then walked back, and all of this crazy stuff. Right. And then let's go around. Quick question, and answer it just quickly in both. What would you done in Will position, and what you would have done in Chris position?
That's a good way to do it.
Start with
I wouldn't have did with Will Smith. If I was Will Smith, I
don't say that, man. What would you done? You can't say I wouldn't have done that. What would you have done? And what would you done with Chris?
That's what I was about to tell you.
Oh my.
Yeah, give me the chance. Give me the chance to get it out, bro. Okay. I would not have did what he did in front of like a live audience. I would have took Chris Rock offline afterwards and been like, "Hey man, you need to apologize to my wife if it really like hurt her that bad." If I was Chris Rock, I don't know. It's for like all the posting and stuff that's been going on social media about her having this, I guess, problem disease. I don't know that much about alopecia. I guess it's bad.
Yeah, but it's like hair loss.
But yeah, like I'm surprised that he wasn't aware of it, and you could tell he wasn't aware of it because he apologized afterwards.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was all long. Z, what were you done? Oh my God.
So I just want to say one thing. Like, I want to give major props and respect to like Chris Rock for not like retaliating, doing anything. Like he didn't
starting a fight.
Yeah, because I feel like anybody else in that situation is like, you would expect him to do it, but that's props. That's how it should have been handled. Chris Rock's like that's the best way to handle it. Where if anything else he would have done, like fought back or anything, it would have just been the best. So, like that's props to him. And then on Will Smith's part, he shouldn't have done what he did. Like things Will just said. Like I would have just spoke it up to him like after the show.
So your explanation too long.
Yeah, so I mean, I would just spoke it up after the show. Hey, you asked my opinion, man. You specifically called me out for it.
Nah, yo, Hubbard was repeating the same thing like 3 times.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because you kept cutting me off.
I wouldn't have done with this. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. But what would you do? I wouldn't have done this.
Mr. Gary would have stopped cutting me off, then I would have got the point across.
I'm dead.
All right, so is my turn?
Yeah, I got this.
All right, so with me, if I was Will Smith, what I would have done was I would have looked Jada straight in the face and said, "Look, you fight your own battles. I ain't your bitch." For real though. Like I would look at Jada like, "What? That shit was funny, wasn't it?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was funny. I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't know. Chris Rock didn't know it was a hair loss issue. Like it was a actual, health issue. So he was cracking that joke. So he was unaware. And, before jumping to conclusions, I would have got to kind of realize what's going on. And then on Chris Rock part, you could say he was ignorant to make that joke. But I mean, he is a comedian. He gets paid to make jokes. So, So if I was
forced to have it.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, "What? This was a nice joke. What?" Like he didn't know it was nothing about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He thought it was just he didn't know about the hair loss shit. So he didn't really.
I just want to make a note. For the people that like saying that like, you got to like, get your girls back. It's like, the people that do know and don't know. It's like, how many times she's like been like cheating on him and openly cheating on him.
Exactly.
But this situation is different. It was like anybody else, and somebody said that it's different. But with this situation,
exactly, I agree. Especially because of all the entanglements and him just riding that whole wave, just crying around and stuff, and just losing his manhood and let me stop, but. Like just for the fact that he lets all that slide, and then he lets Chris Rock make one joke. When Chris Rock makes one little joke about a movie, that's when he loses it. Like that's what people are saying. But then again, maybe this man's just like he just reached his limit, and
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just forcing him to fight his battle.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
she forced it for real because he was laughing. And then...
He was exactly. I was just about to say he was just geeking with Chris, and then she gave him that eye, like, go get him, Willard.
Right.
And then he started, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot going on. Like,
yeah. It's three quick things that's crazy about the whole situation. First of all, as a comedian, if you don't know about the joke, like being slapped in the face is too much. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it too, like we talk about double standards. Like we talk about people make fun of LeBron, like I seen on social media, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? People see the hairlines and stuff like that. But like people go crazy over it. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Hart made a joke in a strip club. He had a buffalo wing thrown in his face, and you know what he did? He was just like, "Oh shit, good throw."
Right, exactly. And the thing about and I think her case to the Alacapee is like small, but at the same time, it distracted us from the fact that was Samuel L. Jackson's and Will Smith's first Oscar ever. So like,
that is crazy.
That was their first Oscar ever. You know what I'm saying? So
dope moment in history when Sam Jackson
made us forget about
Denzel Washington, bro.
Right after that. And I'm not defending. Yeah, people talk about like, oh, that's his wife. You got to defend her, but the fact that they've been in an open relationship, that's way different. I can't defend nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it does. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. So for me, like in Will's position, it was one joke. I was laughing. He was laughing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like you can't. Nah, yo, it's not going down like that. Like if anything, like if it was that serious, like after the event's over and she was really mad about it, like all right, I might step to yo after the event. But to go up there and make a fool out yourself over one joke, like I can understand if it was a series of jokes. You know what I'm saying? That joke was one joke, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I'm not doing that. Now on Chris's side, now if you get slapped, it depends on what bag they throwing at you, yo. A certain dollar amount, you know, I'm gonna take the Chris approach. We'll handle this later. But if it wasn't like that, nah, it ain't going down like that. But I think there's just a lot going to it because there's no way that I'm gonna be on the stage and I see Will Smith walk up on the stage and I'm standing there like Chris literally stood there with his hands behind his back until he got slapped. Like, nah, it's not going down like that. You're not going to just sit there and make yourself defenseless.
Right. Looking like a fool.
Yeah, you know, like
it would have been on site.
Will walked all up to him, and Chris was standing there with his hands behind his back. So, like, I think
the best thing
he didn't expect that. The best
thing he did was that like it didn't hurt. Yeah. He stayed himself. If he made it seem like it hurt, he would have been super embarrassing for him.
It's like he was expecting him to walk up just to like help him read
hit him that hard too. Like I don't think he probably didn't use all that powers. But I mean, I think like Chris Rock, like there's no other way like to handle it than the way he did. Like he shouldn't even. Like it's good that he didn't like try to be defensive and hit him back or do anything because I feel like it would have just like it would have gotten worse.
Been like a Rottweiler fighting a Chihuahua.
It would have been ugly, yo, at the stage. It would have been fighting.
Nah, but the craziest thing is they said they asked Will to leave. Yo refused to leave. They still gave him the award and all that. I don't think they should take the Oscar from him, but I definitely think there needs to be some kind of disciplinary action. Like you can't like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand anybody that's supporting Will and all of this. So, I mean, like everybody already knows like Will been the punching bag for the last couple of months. Like everybody been joning on him. So like most likely it wasn't just about that joke. I felt like Chris Rock, they say right time, right place. Like Will just felt like that was the target. He could
like vent out all his frustration.
Yeah, and of course you had a woman defending Will.
He reached the limit.
Women like, oh yeah, I need a man like that.
Yeah, that was some goofy stuff. Yeah, it was goofy.
One goofy looking slap.
I was about to say it on the side. What we rating that slap like out of 10?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, yo. That joint was smooth. Like on smoothness, that joint gets a.
I was shook.
Yo, that joint was like one smooth motion. Yeah, it's like he didn't even cop back enough. That joint came straight from the hip, boy.
Real.
That joint came straight
he was
from
looking
the
down.
hip.
Popped up.
That was hip.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a slap or was it a punch?
No, it was a slap. That's even more disrespectful, yo. He had no regards for that man.
Nah, y'all remember that other video, Will Smith, where he like backhand
the reporter.
Nah, like I think everybody would have done that. That was OD, yo.
Yeah, he was like trying to kiss him.
That was OD, yo.
Yeah, he's like, I would have left him.
Nah, but it like
Yeah,
even with that joint, yo, it was just the delay in that reporter joint. Like, yo was already a step away and came back. It was like, you crazy, man. Nah, yo, but that whole situation was wild, unexpected. It took, man, people are gonna be talking about this for the next month. For real, the memes been crazy, but I'm already sick of it, to be keeping a stat.
Damn, actually I've been checking out the memes. Where the best place to get the memes? Twitter?
Facebook.
Okay. Facebook.
Yeah, oh my god.
Nah, yo, but the whole alopecia thing, I think they really hyping that up.
False, no,
Yeah, I think they're hyping up. It's a joke, man. It was a joke.
I saw this one yesterday. It was like a Star Wars reference. How like Jada was like the Emperor Palpatine, like execute Order 66. The way she looked at Will.
Oh, she gave him that look, like nigga, like yeah. I mean,
what's that say about Will, that he was laughing and then she looked at him like that, and then she had enough power to change his whole demeanor? Nah, I can't go down like that, yo.
But did he look back at her? Like, did they make eye contact? Like,
they didn't show us that.
Like, did he switch up? Because
this man was laughing, yo.
Yeah,
I got a question for y'all. Y'all think when they got back?
Yeah.
Y'all think when they got back and then, like, you know how he was laughing first? Like, she gave him anything, like you know, they probably like fought over, like, why were you laughing?
A pat on the back.
Yeah, like in the beginning, you know how he was laughing? You think she, like, Jada says something to him afterwards, like, why the fuck were you laughing to begin with?
I don't know if they had enough time for all that. I think it was just, if anything, it was a look. Like, you could tell she was disgusted by the joke.
Yeah.
So disgusted.
Oh, G.I. Jane.
Nah, here's
what I'm saying. Like, did he see that before he walked up?
I would say this, though, if more of my sisters would rock their natural hairstyle, you know, you wouldn't be so disgraced by the bald headedness.
Why they so worried about going bald? When they get older, they're gonna lose all their hair anyway.
Well,
like, ain't that a bit? She said she cut her hair because she was scared to lose it.
Power to the people.
No one ain't gonna grow back.
Y'all see the sun?
Right. She's like, I'm about to. It's like you can't fire me. I quit. Type shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a stat. I'm all the way tuned out on Will Smith's kids. Those are two weird specimens right there.
So Jada makes some fire music sometimes, though.
They got 3.
Stop that.
Yeah, hey, I'll be in and out because I gotta take care of the kids. I'm a re-talk. Yeah, they some weird kids. They some weird kids, bro. Like Gary said, they too Hollywood, man.
Nah, them joints, yo.
Y'all
got any final words before we hit this next joint?
No, we can keep moving.
Yeah, I feel like
Jaden looked like Roger the Alien from American Dad, but with pink hair.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the Chris Rock mixtape to come out on the matter. That's about it.
The next stand-up is gonna be so fire. Like, when you want to talk about this?
Wait, which one?
I said the next stand-up he does after this whole situation.
Yeah, they said he did a stand-up and everybody was like waiting for him to talk about the situation. He was like, I read somewhere, he was like, yeah, if y'all want me to talk about that shit, nah, it ain't happening here.
Nah, it's not. That's part of the plan, man. Like, if you got a tour, like he got a tour going right now. So why would he waste the hype on this tour when he can plan a whole tour around Will smacking him? You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, you might as well cash out. Like, what they were saying, like, tickets was going for $40 to $60, and then after the slap, like, joints was going for $400 to $700 a show.
That's
like, wow. Yo said,
but the funny thing is, Chris Rock's actually funny. Like, I've seen his stand up. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I mean, I think he's a funny comedian.
Yo said that he sold more tickets in 24 hours than he did in the last 24 days after the slap.
Yeah.
That's OD.
He went all the way up. Jeez.
Nah, but we got this. We're gonna keep this joint moving. Man, I don't got really too much on. I think they really hyping us up.
I don't think it was fake, but it was crazy.
Yes, sir. Next up, man, we got Ukraine, man. I don't know what is going on in Ukraine.
Oh man,
I think we'd be getting fake news reports about Ukraine sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I've been hearing about Kyiv. They've been attacking Kyiv. People been leaving Kyiv, and Kyiv's still staying. I look on the news the other day. People riding subways, and riding bikes, and all that stuff. I don't know how you pronounce it, Hubbard.
I don't know, because the main thing I took away from this whole thing so far. So I used to want to be a fighter pilot when I was younger, right? And now they got this thing called like the Ghost of Kyiv or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that joint's fake.
They saying it's
maybe it is, but maybe it is fake. But the whole point of it, like, of bringing it up, was to increase morale for the people on the ground, because it's like, oh yeah, we went in the sky.
It worked.
Had them Russians shaking in their boots.
Has anybody noticed that they've been removing stuff from social media? So like,
they have.
When it first started, like you hearing about all these bombings and explosions and stuff. So I was like, what's the best way to check this out? I went on Snapchat map, right? And you can go and they got the hot spots and all of this. I swear, y'all, I was on Snapchat map for like an hour all over Ukraine, and all I seen people enjoying their life, yo. I ain't seen no burning buildings. I ain't seen nothing of the sorts. All over the news, you seeing burning buildings and bombs exploding and all of this kind of crazy stuff, yo. I'm telling you. And then like last week, I tried to go back on there. The whole Ukraine map is black. Like you can't even click inside of Ukraine no more.
Can't do nothing.
Nah, yo, I'm trying to tell you, something suspicious is going on.
And we was talking about this before too. It's like the type of war it is. It's like Russia views them as their brothers and sisters. It'd be like us going against Texas in a fight. So it's like us in the military, we were ordered to attack Texans. Like we couldn't do that, like on a personal level, no matter how directed. So it's a confusing war. The media just hyping it up. We sending. How about the money they sent over there?
That's crazy.
The money they sent over there. All this stuff going to the U.S. They accepting 100,000 refugees over here or something like that.
Yeah, I read that too. And then,
Gary, I think the footage
billions, but can't. Go ahead.
I think the footage that you've been seeing on like, what is it, Snapchat, Matt, and like whatever other outlet of like nothing happening over there. I think either they looping that footage so that nobody can really try to, dig in depth to try to get facts on stuff that they probably don't have a need to know about. Like they're just being nosy, or like there's something bigger going on over there and nobody's ready to disclose that yet. Or a news outlet got to that source of media and they're just like, we're gonna publish this when we're ready to.
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all don't think it's suspicious that I don't really know too much about all this geopolitical stuff and how it all ties together, but there was a lot of stuff going on about Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and this laptop. And out of all the countries in the world, over 200 countries, Joe Biden's sons or Joe Biden seemed to have some strong relationship with Ukraine. And then during his presidency, now Ukraine is fighting Russia. Y'all don't think there's any kind of weird stuff going on with that?
Russia testing their shit out on Ukraine before they try to make a move on us.
No, if that was the case, I feel like he would try to get him in the NATO thing or whatever that thing is called that they were
NATO.
NATO. The Northern Atlantic.
If that was the case, I think they brought him in there, and they haven't. So I don't know. I mean, Russia has a history of trying to take over like Georgia and stuff. They just like
I mean,
I think the first time
but Ukraine was like the next biggest like I guess landmass over in Europe. And there's also the unveil, like them using their hypersonic missile over there, which has been disclosed that we have nothing that can defend against it. And like everybody was asking the question, why is Russia using it over there on Ukraine? It's like a show of force thing. It's like they tested it over there, and now it's like a message to us talking about like, yo, we have this, and y'all can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Nah, but I just think the whole situation. I mean, it seems like the Russian people are against it, and this is just the higher powers moving chess pieces around while the average day people are suffering. So
stuck watching if they're not involved.
So I mean, That's how I just think the whole thing is strange, especially that Snapchat map. Because you know, all these bombings was all over the news, man. I'm telling you, I was on Snapchat searching that map for like an hour, and all I was seeing is people chilling all nice.
When was that?
Dinner, movies. This was right at the start when you were seeing all the bombings on the news.
Like a month ago.
Damn. I mean, both sides of the fight can only give 110% for so long, and I guess Russia just didn't count on Ukraine holding out as long as they are.
Yeah, and that's another fact, because at the beginning, everybody was talking about how Russia had all these troops and they was just going to obliterate Ukraine, but from you know just the narrative, it seems like Ukraine's putting up a decent fight. So you know,
people fighting for their homes.
Yeah, they're picking the battles
a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all good, man. I just wish I could get some news that wasn't biased. I just want to know the truth.
Yeah, the thing about it too is like they trying to take over, but they're not trying to destroy the infrastructure, so that makes the war even harder.
Yeah,
I'm like, they can easily destroy everything in Ukraine, but it's like, they need all that stuff. So it's like, how they gonna take over a country like that?
A country in rubble,
and then have to refix it and try to you know continue to conquer. So you know, they would be sinking costs and trying to repair that while taking on other battles. So,
and then apparently Trump called Putin a genius.
I'm dead.
Do we expect any less?
Nah. My
that's
man,
Gary's
don't
man.
land Trump, bro. He out there.
That's Gary's man.
That's Mo's man. But y'all can't lie that Putin definitely got some genius game theory strategy going on. You know, like you can't be no dictator and then not be dumb. Like just because you don't agree with him. So you think he's dumb?
I don't think he's dumb. Maybe he's made some dumb moves very recently. But you can definitely be a dictator and be stupid.
I don't know about all that. Because that would totally go against the dictator, because being a dictator means that one person's in charge. So saying that person's dumb means that there's other people influencing them that are making decisions. That would go against the whole dictatorship.
I mean, that's like how Kim Jong-un was like born into his position, and
that's what I was gonna say.
They over there making missiles that they can't even aim.
Right, but look at this.
For our family, that doesn't have anything to do.
Look at this from this perspective. Say if we lost California, Texas, and Florida, and we on a side that's not and we were like, yo, we got to get those countries back. How would y'all feel about trying to get those countries back? The best country, I mean, the best states that we had. If we lost them, we would try to get those back. I'm not saying like if they was like, yo, we need California, Texas, and Florida. I'm not saying
we got plenty of countries in the U.S., so
we're not better than Texas. Dallas, they got everything. So it's like, of course, like what Putin is doing is like evil and stuff. The thing about it too, we can't do nothing about it. That's the worst part. So he's like, from that perspective, like we can't.
I mean, but at this like time, I feel like in this like state that we're in, like it's hard for I think countries to like take over another country now.
Right.
Because now it's just about war. People are just gonna be like, all right,
the infrastructure.
Too much allies. There's too much like other shit involved in this.
Yeah. There's a lot of
too much allies, too many cameras, too much media, too much fake news. Too much
Before we get canceled, man, going into this, we got up next
copyright infringement
from Hubbard.
Oh, that's a good one.
YOLO mentality versus planning for the future, man. What's going on?
That's a good one, Hubbard.
Yeah, that's something slight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to him.
He
might have contributed something.
No, you did not.
I'm dead.
I mean, so you got everybody. Me especially, I think the whole YOLO mentality is like situational, because all right, let's say you wanted to buy like a new car or something, but you also wanted a house. You could buy the car and just have that satisfaction of like every day, but then one day you're gonna be like, damn, I'm broke. I'm tired of like living in some shitty apartment or something. And then you just stuck putting it off. But what are you just gonna tell yourself? Like, yeah, at least I got this car. I'm happy. What if that shit break? With a house, you always have somewhere to live. It kind of boils down to like how you want to spend your money and living for the moment or like planning for down the road.
Right. But then you will live in the moment down the road. So it's like,
down the road.
I might as well just enjoy it now.
Nah, let's kind of go to that conversation Mo posted with that dumb picture on the joint where I'm all saving for the future, man. Hyping it up like you do things properly and planning, and like I said, the proper preparation prevents poor performance and all of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can enjoy stuff 10 times better in the future, but you always run that risk that something might happen to you or things like that. But you know, the YOLO, I agree with Hubbard. Something like YOLO's situational. I don't think living YOLO like out full time is a real strategy, or that anybody actually implements that in their life. But if you really go back and look at it, the people that have made stuff out of them or made something out of themselves have all had the YOLO moment, but it wasn't no, like Hubbard was saying, oh, I want this or that. It was, you know, I need to do or sacrifice this in order to achieve a bigger, you know, goal. So I don't think, you know, YOLO of like, I could do this or that is any strategy.
Like, you know, they plan and eventually attain that to that point of like true happiness. And I guess then from then on, they can focus on just being happy and living in the moment because they got everything they need or want. Yeah.
It's like they sacrifice happiness in the moment, which you could call a YOLO, but it wasn't a YOLO of personal gratification. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was a YOLO, but it was, you know, we're going all in on something that is planning for the future.
Like this, I think like what you're saying, that effort you put out comes back to you later 10 times fold.
Facts.
Yeah. But the thing about it too, I feel like Gary said, it's like a balance. Like you going on a trip, you only got $1,000 in your account, the trip is $1,000. Don't like go out there and just spend that whole $1,000 just to go on a trip. If you got $500, if it's like $500, and you got $1,000 in your account, and you know you're gonna make the money back, it's good. But somebody told me a quote that's good too. It's like, you never regret the money you spend having a good time. And that's true. Like all the times you had a good time, you don't look back and be like, damn, I spent that much money. You only think about the good times. And that's all. If you're in a YOLO moment, you blow the money, it's a learning lesson too, to help you build for the future as well.
I don't know about that, Mo. I think about that $1,000 I spent in senior week all the time.
Stop. Yeah, Kevin.
Nah, Anthony, he's kind of right.
G-Shock I brought, that $140 I spent, that jerk's still sitting in my room.
But like a trip or something like that.
Because you gotta think about it. If you plan too much for you gotta plan for the future. But if you plan too much for the future, what if you die? What if you die tomorrow?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, it's like what if you find out that you only got 1 week left to live, and then now you stuck with all these regrets?
But you act like
I think you gotta find a balance.
Planning for your future is planning for other people's future as well.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta make the ultimate sacrifice.
I'm good.
Sometimes.
Gary laughed at his own statement.
Nah, yeah, I was laughing at Will. He said he was good. He said I'm good.
My family taking care. They just want me to be happy.
I'm dead.
But the thing too, like I know people like there's some of the rich people that live humble, and I understand they don't want to live that way. But I feel like sometimes you gotta buy the car you always wanted. I mean, if you happy at the end of the day,
after you made it, that's different.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying even people that made it,
your whole life to buy the car.
Now I'm saying even people that's like obviously we can't, like Warren Buffett. Okay, he's happy in the same house he's in, same car he's in when he bought when he's in high school and stuff. I feel like you just gotta enjoy by that. You know what I'm saying? G-Wagon or something like that.
Nah, we gotta have more depth in discussion with Mo, because
because Warren Buffett's still living in the same house, got the same car, 300,000 miles on it.
What?
Yeah, he's all the same stuff.
Yeah, wait, I think Warren Buffett house costs like $500,000. He has like an average normal person house.
Yeah,
and it's actually crazy because like right now the median across the United States house price is like, I think
it's crazy.
$515,000. Like it's we'll talk about it later during inflation, but the journey is wild.
I mean, he don't even. he don't even have like investment properties like that, like big buildings.
Definitely does. I'm talking about his personal house.
His personal house.
Right. Same car.
Yo, still go to McDonald's and stuff.
Right. The McDonald's had me tripping. Yo, order off the value menu in the morning. He all geeked up too. He'd be like, "Yeah, I get the same joint every time."
Yeah.
Like, yo, this thing out here. Oh my goodness.
Right. Of course, like
he's saving all this money, making himself like live an unhealthy lifestyle. I don't know.
And of course, all items don't make you like to bring happiness, but it's good to enjoy some of that stuff.
Yeah, we need to ask a question about this too. This is like, what are most people making money for? Like after you've taken care of you and your family, like what are you making money for? Most people are making money to flex on other people, yo. And it's like with him, I don't feel like it's like I think that he has some love for investing in, whatever he does with the businesses and things of that nature, where it's like, the more money he accumulates is just personal gains for him. There's no point in flexing. Like I think that most people want to attain massive wealth.
Yeah, but it's also like you said earlier, it's like once you made it, spend the money that you're making on them YOLO moments.
Nah, I didn't say that.
Somebody said that.
Nah,
that's what Gary made.
Yeah, at a certain age, you can't. When you at a certain age, you just can't keep saving. It is a certain time where you gotta start spending.
And then that's what's wrong with people, yo. You talking about you. It's about generations past you. You know what I'm saying? If you always thinking about you, you're never going to get nothing. Your people's never going to get nothing, and everything like that. I'm pretty sure people like that. I'm pretty sure he stopped thinking about himself a while ago.
True, but it's like,
and once you get Warren Buffett is worth billions, yo. Even if he tried to, there's no way the amount of interest and dividends and things that he's getting on his money, even if he tried, he could never spend the money that he would be making it back. As fast as he could spend the money, he would be getting it back. I'm telling you that as a fact.
Have a will for whatever's left to go to either family or charities. Since you're talking about giving back.
Yeah, I wonder if he has like a big cause, because some people like this, I feel like when they die, they have a super crazy will. They're like, oh, I want all this to be going to this cause, like human, human preservation, like where you can live longer, like live forever type shit, and research.
No, I'm good on that.
Or like cancer research. I don't know. I mean, he might have a why he's saving all this money, because I mean, is he trying to build a dynasty with like his family legacy? Something, I don't know, but it's like
probably something like that.
He probably definitely has a master plan.
Right.
Oh, I hope you don't think he can take it with him.
That's what I was thinking that too.
He's gonna be like Barry with me.
Bury me with my billions of dollars.
He said, "When I die, bury me inside a Gucci store."
And this is a good one to go into, like regrets.
You get a casket the size of a full graveyard, the body in the middle, surrounded by cash.
What's your biggest regret in life, Robert?
My biggest regret in life?
Don't say the name or something.
Probably not making amends with my grandma before she died.
True. That's a good one. Yeah, then people are always gonna say like, "You live like no regrets," but stuff like that. I got stuff like that. Definitely.
Yeah, because you never know when someone's just gonna just disappear out of your life from death or something. Because me, that shit got to me. It haunted me on deployment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a similar one too. Like just this past year, like 2 months ago, actually, like my father passed, and we weren't too close, but we weren't too close. Like he wasn't really in my life, and part of that was kind of me. Like I was kind of building a wall because of everything in the past and not giving him a chance and stuff. But I definitely when I heard the news, I definitely felt some regret. Like, damn, I should have been more forgiving and try to heal the relationship. It was kind of out of nowhere. He was still pretty young, and I'm like, damn. Yeah, so it's things like that. Yeah, definitely regret.
Definitely. What Gary said.
This on you. Thank you.
I'm still trying to think too. That's why I was like,
Z, what you got?
Nah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta think about it. I don't really have.
Yeah, Gary, your turn.
Because it's like for me,
other
I'm
than
like
like little stuff like cryptocurrency buying.
Because everything happens for a reason. Like even if I'm that's what I'm trying to think. Like even if I do regret
So
something,
you're
I feel like something made up
determinist,
for.
Z? You're a determinist?
No, I feel like something made up for it. There's obviously things where I'm like, damn, it shouldn't have happened like this. But then
But
there's
it is stuff that like
it
it
plays
is
out
stuff
like
with
something
you on that.
else. Like
I
something
do
else.
believe that thing, like everything happens for a reason. Yeah, I get that.
It plays out. I mean, one thing I can't. If you're talking about like, I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I should have started investing a little bit earlier, like stuff like that. But I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe like I don't know, like focus on work a little bit earlier. Other than that, it's nothing like major regrets except for everything else. God, like places.
Yeah, so because like with my situation, like maybe I needed that experience so that I learned to like handle forgiveness better, and like have better relationships with like future family.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like you guys talking about like anything, like regretting anything, like especially with relationships with like family members. I think it was Shiv that said his dad passed.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everything happens for a reason. I mean, like there's you got to look in the positive, and I know it's hard to.
No, yeah. No, definitely. That's actually. So it's like a regret, but it's not like really a regret because it's like you were saying, like.
Because like think about it, the whole time you were there, you said
because,
he's like didn't really think like didn't build the relationship, but then when he passed, at least you thought about it. Right now in the future, another relationship, you'll be like, all right, well I gotta like you might like be more closer with your mom now or another family member.
So it's like lessons you can learn from it to like make your current family like bond stronger. And that's one thing I took from that for sure. Like never ignore family, like whenever they need you, no matter what. Like just always hit them back, always check up on them. You never know when their last day is. So, but like at the same time, even though like I regretted it, it was always like another on the other side, like on an equal level, like it was a acceptance, like knowing like this is like God's plan and stuff. So it's like it's not like I'm like super sad about it. It's like a regret, just like damn, I wish I did this, but knowing like I still accept it as it is. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I would have to go along with
that noise.
Like what Chef said. Like I don't have a particular instance in mind, but just holding on to grudges and things of that nature too long that at the end of the stuff, at the end of it, most likely it's gonna hurt you more than it hurts that person. So just
or it could even be like regret of a certain lifestyle you had, because like a couple of days after they told me that my grandma passed, and I like drove down to just visit the house where my mom was staying at, was like staying in her house, and we found a list of like all my grandma's regrets. And pretty much summary was like she regretted the sheltered lifestyle that she had, of like how she just never went anywhere, never had any like life experiences. Like one of the things was she wanted to go to a country music concert. We hate country music, but I guess she saw like a whole bunch of people at a stadium, and she was like, I ain't never seen so many people, I want to go to that. Never did.
And that could go down to like the YOLO lane too a little bit.
Yeah,
like we were talking about before.
Let's hear it from you. I love to hear.
It was like what Z said. Like say someone that invested in like back when we all knew crypto was popping off, like 2017. It was popping up way before that.
Imagine when we used to have a meeting, Joe. If we would have kept consistent.
If we would have knowledge, we would have been millionaires. Like we all still got stuff, but like it taught us not to like.
That's a good regret right there. I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking.
I think Schiff was in the group chat today.
Yeah, Schiff was in there. But it taught us not to make money too crazy. Like we don't if we lose money, we don't even trip nowadays. We trip not like back then.
Yeah. Because you usually like make it back over time.
Right.
My other bet is that Bit Connect, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bit Connect.
Yo, I'm glad I wasn't in crypto at that time.
All them ICOs.
Gary thought we had something going on.
You know that lady faked her death? She was like chilling on an island with like billions or something like that. She faked her death. Right. And there's a new Netflix, I think, documentary.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that. How was it? Oh my god! Oh,
I haven't seen it yet, but it's called I forget what it's called. I think
it's like the crypto like scams and stuff, right?
Yeah. It was like it had to do with scams. Like some owner of a crypto exchange like passed away. And it was like basically them fighting over like it's called Trust No One: The Hunt for the Crypto King.
Nah, but we're gonna be seeing joints like that for the rest of our life, yeah.
right?
Especially about right now with
like,
NFTs and everything. These people are really going crazy on the scams, bro.
Right. No, I think it's like if there's anything out there, there's people finding a way to scam it, right? Like there's scams in everything in life you can think of. There's
honestly, if you've been in crypto, like ain't no way you've never been scammed. Like I mean, if you haven't, good luck. Like knock on wood, because like it's coming. I'm sorry to tell you this, but like including myself, back in the day, like it was like a stupid Instagram thing. And, like, back then when it was like super new and shit, and they was talking about slide me 5, whatever, I give you 10. Like I can't believe. No,
don't tell me you got caught with one of those.
Nah, yo, I got a story though.
Don't tell me you got caught with one of those, though.
Nah, yo, it's crazy though because I got a reason for it. Like I got
how does that work?
Let me explain. So
send me $50. I'm gonna send you back 100.
I know. It sounds stupid, and I would have definitely never, ever in my life like thought I would, think it's legit. And I was hella skeptical at first, but the reason that got me hooked on this or like thought it was a real deal was, all right, so my friend put me on, he found an Instagram dude like that was doing this.
Oh, nah, he got you, him.
But this is the thing. Let me tell you though, my man's like, he got him on it first. So he's basically like, all right, so what we do is we just, you fly us a different crypto, whatever you want. And then within like a couple hours, we give you like double what you give us. And then we keep it moving like that. But they were like, you only do it once in or twice, whatever, right? They said limits and stuff. So my man's, he actually did it, right? And the first time he actually gave him back the double. I'm not even making this up. So when he did that, that's when I was like, wait, how? Like I was hella skeptical. I'm like, this shit ain't real.
Yeah,
then
that's
when
what
that
made
happened,
you to tell your friends.
That's the 3-card Monty.
That's what got me, dog. That's what got me. When I saw like he got that shit back double, I was like, all right, it's real. So I was like, fuck it, run it. And never seen lost the whole BTC, dog. A whole BTC or two even.
Yeah.
Back then when it was like lost that. Yeah, life lessons. But yo, I'm glad though, because like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, lessons. Like sometimes it's like tuition for real, like investing, whatever.
Hey yo, you're not gonna gloss right over that. You lost the whole Bitcoin? Oh nah, yo.
Yo, babe.
Yo.
Yo, come on, yo. People lose that on gambling in Vegas, dog. Back then it was like
Shift. Nobody. You said 2 of them. You really trying to slide over it,
dog. I mean, I got a little PTSD, but I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember exactly how much.
Don't tell me you said $10,000 to one of them. Come on,
dog. I told you, dog. There was proof. It was legit proof. I checked it first. I checked the proof. It added up. I was like, bet. All right, let's run it. And turns out it was doing what my man was saying. Is like, you just get your friends involved. Then once you get the first one in, then it's a wrap. You can take all that shit and run, block you on the socials. And yo, they getting worse and worse. They getting more innovative. Like yesterday or now they coming for your NFT. So like my friend, I think he got like, it was an email, Coinbase fake email. Like, so they faked the Coinbase email. And basically somehow they convinced him to give his wallet, his seed phrase for his wallet. So through that,
phishing emails.
Exactly. And he had the Coinbase wallet linked to his original Coinbase account. So basically through the wallet, which is like the decentralized jump, they gain access to that. And then through that, they link through the link to the Coinbase exchange. They wipe my man's clean all his NFTs, bro. Like this is my friend.
That's good,
he's taking a break from crypto, but I'm like, yo, that was sad. Like, I'm like, come on, you gotta know. You gotta know. Anybody listening, for real, he was hurt. I mean, luckily he didn't go all in on it.
I thought that couple dollars being Mo lost. Nah, yo. Yeah. Nah,
y'all worry about that, bro. That's gas fees. What you talking about? That's nothing, bro.
You is tripping, yo.
Nah, bro, but like y'all gotta be careful. These phishing attempts is getting crazier and crazier. Never give away your seed phrase. If I can tell anybody getting into crypto, never give away your seed phrase. No matter how legit the email looks, whatever. Check that URL. Check that email address on everything. Like it will save you hella money. I'm telling you. It pays to double check. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, shit.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? What's that one song Young M.A. said? She said, you take a couple L's, then we, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how she ended out, but
no, but think about it. No, hold on, Shiv. Like,
you know that would be 100K right now.
Yes, nigga, I'm well aware. Gary.
Thank you.
100K.
Nah, for real. Don't let nobody say nothing. This is gonna make you more woke when like someone's trying to do anything. Like you're gonna be more alert. Like let this be like I think this is more like you just learn from it for real.
Yeah.
I learned.
Let me tell y'all this, yo.
I mean, I know
nobody is gonna go out their way to do something for you if they not getting nothing into it, yo. If somebody's offering you some investment opportunity and they're more excited about it than you is excited about it, you know they're getting some type of benefit off it, yo. Nobody out here really making money is more excited to help other people make money than them capitalizing on the field or market that they're in, yo.
It's my grandma, bro, businesswoman.
No sense at all, yo.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, and like I said, I was hella skeptical, like very skeptical. But when I saw that proof, I was like, damn, I might have to. I got a little tempted. You feel me? I saw that double up real quick. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like a learning experience. It's more than like a regret or anything else. It's like you learn now. Like I feel like you're gonna be more like alert when you see stuff like that happening or around you or other people talk. You're just gonna be like, all right, been there, done that.
Trust me. Yeah, now I know for sure like how to, move in that crypto game. Like make sure you check your P's and Q's. Like never again type shit. And can't fool me twice on that.
At least tell me you wrote it off on your taxes. That's crazy.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh man, I might do it for this year. Thank you, Gary. I might have to write it up this year. That's because I was saving it to write it off before it turned to like 100K. I didn't want to write it off. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if you can do that though. Hold on. Time to hit up TurboTax.
I don't think these get you to miss about it.
Who actually done their taxes already? I mean, y'all got 15 days left. I'm still procrastinating like a mug.
Taxes, yeah.
Man, what's the best place in the United States to party? Robert, where you be partying at? Where you get this one from, yeah? Where you be partying at?
Definitely probably like Tokyo, Dubai, or something.
Y'all said the U.S.
No, in the U.S., bro.
Oh, yeah.
He took it to.
I don't know. Like I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Vegas, especially from Anthony.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
fun out there.
So like
we was out there.
Me and like 8 of my buddies are planning a trip to Vegas at the end of July. So I can't wait to see what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
don't let it be like The Hangover.
But
The Hangover.
Nah, bro, that's gonna be us every day. Well, yeah, we've been to Miami, we've been to Jacksonville, I've been to Orlando, have not been to Panama City.
My brother went out there for spring break this past March, like earlier this March. PCB? I heard a lot of stories about PCB.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna have to ask him about it because I heard it's like wild, like
I gotta get out there before I get like too old, bro.
Didn't you didn't go with Pat? Didn't Pat and them go that 1 year shift? You didn't go with him?
No, it wasn't PCB. That was Miami for spring break.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we was there.
Oh
yeah.
I've been to DC. I don't like it too much. Fed Hill is my option. It's like no.
What's it called?
Place I've been.
Union Jacks.
Union Jacks. GTA, Fed Hill, and Union Jacks. That's the best places to party.
Hey, yeah, no cap.
Went to San Diego one time.
Yeah, San Diego
rain the entire time I was there.
That boy shit.
And when nobody, nobody.
I keep forgetting how many trips I went on with shit. Yeah, we've been a lot of places.
No, in fact, San Diego is
San Diego paradise. Yeah, it's too good to be true. Especially coming from the East Coast.
Maybe I just went at the wrong time.
I don't know what it is.
It's the vibe, just the weather.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's probably the weather, like by the water and everything. It's so
right, breezy.
I keep hearing y'all say that, but why it just rained the 1 week I decided to go,
bro. And then they got the gas lamp.
Gas lamp district. Yeah, you're hauling out there.
My man Mobley was pulling out cigars out there.
Oh yeah, Johan out there stunting.
Oh yeah, Johan. Oh yeah. Now I'm starting to remember too. Yeah.
Gary's
Eddie was out
man.
there with us. Yeah.
That's y'all man's.
Gary's Fortune 500 brother.
Your club. Your
Yo,
club.
tell me, is what was the reason for making that episode private? Was it a special like a bonus episode?
He was going crazy.
I don't even know. Yo, Johan is just too much, yo.
Yeah, Johan is crazy.
I might have to rewatch it. We might have to make it public. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, Johan's Johan, but I mean, yeah, I listened to it when you shared it, but I didn't really see too much other than yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Like that would be like, cancel material or nothing like that.
No, we lost Z, man. Let's go ahead and y'all got any conspiracy theories that you believe? I was thinking about it. I don't think I got any that
the megalodon shark is still alive, but world governments just keep trying to cover it up.
Oh my!
Hubbard's gonna have.
So who's still alive?
The megalodon shark. It was the biggest shark that ever lived.
Oh my goodness!
It's like imagine a great white shark, but like multiplied by like 2 to 3 times the size of it.
This man.
And what's the benefit of this being alive?
Or being hidden?
What's the benefit, bro?
Yeah.
Just it being back in all its glory, bro, terrorizing the ocean.
Bro, something that big gotta be like can't be hidden, right? I mean, all
that's
the
what that's what I was thinking
like,
at first, but then like depending on how a whale, because that was like their main food source, like depending on how a whale dies, something like if it dies of natural causes or something, its body will float up to the surface. But if an animal as big as a megalodon, like what they used to do is like rip that tail fin off the back of it.
Yeah.
And that's like a major artery. So the whale would bleed out, but now there's no, I guess, air holes or like air in the whale other than the lungs. But during that attack, it would have let the air out. So they usually just sink to the bottom. And that's where the megalodon just like eat it up at, bro. Like eat the rest of it. But like over time, there's been like less and less supposed sightings or alleged sightings of people seeing like a gigantic shark or some shit. And we got like a whole bunch of technology and stuff in the world, and almost everything that takes place nowadays is like broadcasted. Unless this bitch is just, unless they're just killing people, whoever just so happen to catch them on video.
What they say is like Willie discovered like 20% of the ocean, 80% of the what's the 70% of sea animals have been discovered yet or something like that.
70% of the world is covered by water, and we've only mapped out or experienced a fraction of the entire ocean.
That's so
like
crazy,
a small fraction.
Yeah, so, but that's based on depth, though. The depth
we know more. They said we know more about space. They say we know more about space than we do about our own ocean.
See, that's one thing I don't understand, yo. Why we all out doing space exploration shit? We don't even know what the fuck on Earth yet. Like, come on, yo. Just,
hey, that's some
fucking submarine. I don't know what it is some shit living in a volcano because we can't never be near a volcano. That shit hot.
I don't believe it's conspiracy, but it is interesting. That landing on the moon just to beat up the Russians. Just to beat up the Russians, bro. That is a little. That is a little. It's argued. It's not. I don't believe it. Obviously,
you don't believe that that's like a main reason.
No, I'm saying that like we could have did it. They could have did it on a green screen.
Yo,
oh my honest, god!
Hey, we was raised in Russia.
I'm not even joking, right?
A green screen in the '60s.
Yep.
Nah, but for real though, like I really feel like Russians in general don't even know who Neil Armstrong is, dog.
Right.
To be honest, like just because of the.
Why would they? Do you know the first Russian person that was on the moon?
No, I mean I don't. But what
why would they know the first? Why would they know the first American person that was on the moon?
No, what I'm trying to say is like you know how they have this whole like black box of like their own information. This is all their news, and they don't like what's it called?
I'm pretty sure I didn't take no Russian history when I was in school. I don't know nothing Russian except for propaganda.
How they hype this stuff up to be like the best.
What do you know about Russian shit?
But this is
you know what their money's called?
Gary, this is like worldwide. Yeah, it's called rubble. It's called rubbish. Let me stop.
I know that Putin is old as fuck.
It's rubles. It's rubles.
I mean that's pretty close to rubbish. Let me stop. We're not getting I'm joking.
No, I'm really asking you a question. I'm serious. Like
no, I'm serious too, Gary. Like think about it.
No, It's not like you think they giving United States history lessons over there. We're not giving Russian lessons over here.
But you're not thinking about this, right? This is something about the world, first person in the world. Like, we're not talking about state information. Like, what's Cali known for? Like, we're talking about who's the first motherfucker to be on the moon. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like global info. Like, that's something like everybody would know. Like, but I'm saying because Russia and how they're like literally don't get any information from outside of Russia. Like, I bet they don't even know Neil Armstrong. I was basically trying to
maybe they know it, but they don't just broadcast it to their people. Like, they don't teach it in schools because
it's crazy. Our shit buried its ashes too.
I'm saying their citizens don't know.
Yeah, it's like that mentality of, oh, keep Russia great. You know, kind of like how we say America is like the best country in the world, and most people believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. True,
that's crazy. We buried his ashes on my ship.
Propaganda, like shit. Wait, you said what?
We buried
Neil Armstrong's ashes on his ship.
Hubbard
on the damn.
That's not my ship. I don't think United America is the greatest country, man. We voting him off the island. Hubbard, I'm sorry, you have to walk the plank.
What are you talking about?
You have to walk the plank, Hubbard.
Why?
You've been voted off. I'm sorry. We have to put your flame out.
For what?
Oh, no.
You said America wasn't the greatest country on earth.
No, I said.
Yes, you did. You just said it, man. We got to run it back.
No,
I'm gonna emphasize.
Run it back.
You said people believe it. You said it. You're saying the way you put it, you're making it sound like it's not true. And you're in the military. We're gonna have to report this to his officer, Anthony. Let me know what it's
yeah. Please.
CO. We need CO. Hubbard's gonna have a whole week of galley scrubbing.
Yo, I'm
galley scrubbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all finish, yo. But I'm gonna let y'all finish. But Battleship is the greatest Navy movie of all time. Yeah.
Anthony's like,
my cousin joined the Navy.
Top Gun.
No, I'm not even lying.
Top Gun.
Yo, Rihanna was blasting niggas. Rihanna was blasting aliens off of a spaceship. Like, what? It don't get greater than that.
Sure.
Hey, let's keep this journey. We got a lot of topics. Up next.
I'm happy to live in America.
My phone died. Don't try to switch it up now, man.
Oh, no, that's you trying to put words in my mouth.
By the way, before we go to the next topic, I forgot to mention my conspiracy theory, yo.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Quick.
This man talking about some shark.
That is a conspiracy theory. Look it up.
I did look it up. Yeah, it seems like legit. I think, like, as a conspiracy. But my conspiracy was the Illuminati, yo. I used to think it was a joke my whole life. This is real as fuck, yo.
The Illuminati's took your 2 Bitcoins.
No, dead ass, yo. The Illuminati really be hiding in plain sight, yo. The Illuminati is basically the top 1%. They own everything. They control the media. It's a lot.
Yeah, like, they make the world turn in the way that in the direction they want it.
Yeah, everything is like they control influence.
So you think, I have a question about that. So, like, you know, like Warren Buffett is probably in the 1%. You think he like runs the world, like he calls the shots?
It may be certain. I'm not saying it's all of them, but it's like certain like family bloodlines that started from a certain point.
I saw this video on Facebook called like the Rothschild.
like you know, like what I'm saying, like the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, shit like that. Like
no, they were calling them the Rothschilds. I don't know who the hell they were. It was like this Facebook video I saw. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, and honestly, like, I used to think all that shit was a joke.
Elon, Warren Buff, those wouldn't count because they made their money this generation. Chef's talking about what they considered like old money.
Generational.
Yeah, old money.
I'm talking about old money and then old money that take like that they probably had to make sacrifices for. Talking about like blood sacrifices, other type of sacrifice, if you catch my drift. So it's a whole lot of stuff to it though. But like I don't know, cause like I'm Muslim, and being Muslim, like in the world we realize there's a lot of like evil spirits and stuff, like evil in the sense like the devil and the devil, he like people joke about this shit, and I thought it was a joke, but like you can actually sell your soul to the devil in the sense where like you can be like, yo, forget the hereafter, forget heaven. I just want all my shit here while I'm on earth. So whatever you're gonna do, you can have my soul, devil, and just give me all the gold, give me all the, you know what I'm saying? So like that shit like that can actually happen if you know how to, contact that medium and shit like that. So it's just a whole lot. Like, yeah, but that's just the spark notes.
It's like that movie that was on. They played on the ship with me and Anthony, and it was like some chick went to her boyfriend's family's like mansion in the countryside or something, and they tried to sacrifice her to Satan in order to keep their family like alive, pretty much alive and wealthy. And when they didn't, they all died.
Right. Like, I thought all that shit was all just a joke, like horror shit, just to make people scared. Like, it's wild. Like, and I don't know, like, it's a lot to it.
Z, you got any conspiracy theories?
I don't. It's not really a conspiracy theory. It's something I believe about, like a big pharma. Like, it's not a conspiracy, but I feel like it's a business. Obviously, we know it's a business. That's how they make money off of it. But they profit off of you, like giving you these medicines. I don't think that you need to be taking some of the ones that they be trying to give you just so you can get side effects and keep coming back. Where I
believe that too. I believe that too.
Natural medicine, like homeopathic, is like just like natural herbs and stuff. Like back in the day, what they were able to treat, like as much technology as they have today to be able to like treat you without having any side effects. I think they could do it, but just about controlling and
some people say the cure for cancer already out there, dog.
Yeah. What's that one guy's name? Anthony, what's that guy's name that Nipsey be talking about? The cauliflower dude. Dr. Sebi. Is Anthony in here?
He said he was gonna be in and out and take care of his kids.
He changed some diapers, yo.
Dr. Sebi, I mean, I'm not saying he's 100% right, but some of the things I feel like he was trying to get after it. But
I'd have back for 5 seconds. I'm gonna put it to sleep, but nah, yeah, Dr. Sebi.
Oh my man. Curing AIDS, diabetes.
He said cauliflower is not good for you because it's white.
I'm dead.
But that population control thing is real. Because you think it's just like inflation already high. You know what I'm saying? The government trying to control. So I definitely believe that.
Yeah, I think it is a problem. I'm not gonna say it's not a problem, but it just hurts. Like, it's just hard to say who's gonna be here and who's not, right? That's just right. But
even the COVID thing.
Agree, it is a problem for this earth, to have to be overpopulated and stuff.
Right, because it's already hard to get houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, you see, there's been communities everywhere. It's like a place you wouldn't even think of making houses better. So,
yeah. Think about it though. You don't really got to kill people. I don't want to, to do whatever they want to do. That what's it called for population control. All you got to do is, I don't want to give no ideas out there, but all you really got to do is just, somehow, I don't want to, is the word neuter, just kind of make sure
not neuter, man, sterilize. You're talking about
that's for animals, bro.
Trying to do it right.
That's what I'm talking about. Sterilize the females, certain females, they can do that, and I would be scared to go to the doctors. Not me personally, but you know what I'm saying. If this shit was real, if they're really trying to do that shit, they can easily do that by just basically making a collaboration with some doctors, and then next thing you know,
you tell your daddy.
I'm dead.
Next thing you know, some mothers can't have no babies, or some.
Yeah, me personally, conspiracy theories that I'm sold on, I'm gonna have to take that as a hard pass, man. I ain't into that lane, man. I like statistics and facts. I don't know if I got anything that I really.
Well, Gary, you were kind of against the whole idea of actually, I don't want to put this down. It's gonna get us canceled.
The what?
The 1% gonna start watching this.
No. The vaccine. How did you feel about that?
Facts.
I didn't really think that was a conspiracy, though.
Right.
I just thought they was just pushing it on us. I don't think it was no conspiracy. As far as I just thought they were taking away people's ability to make a choice, but I didn't think there was anything in the vaccine that was trying to sterilize or make people sick, or I didn't think any of that stuff. I just thought they was taking away our choice.
Right, and that's why people thought they was yo, there's got to be something bigger than this. The way they pushing this shit on us, it's got to be a conspiracy.
Sometimes he shakes so fast when he's vibrating.
What?
You gotta go back on.
Yo, that's perfect for what's next now, because we got the cloud show up next, yo. Jesse Smollett. This man, yo, Juicy Smollett, as Dave Chappelle called him, Juicy Smollett. This man, yo, the performance that he put on in this courtroom, yo, I'm trying to tell you, it's that we all know what happened with my man, the fake racist case and all of that. He got sentenced.
He said he get prison because he's black.
The prosecutor made him pay like a $25,000 fine, and he had to pay like $100,000+ back for, you know, money that the city allocated to fine him and his attackers. And then I think he got something like 60-90 days in jail or some sort, and had to perform or provide like some length of probation. My man was in jail after he got his sentence. He hit this whole rant that he's not suicidal. He's not suicidal. I think even my man said he was the gay Tupac at some point in this speech, man, that if he kills himself, that it wasn't him, that, you know, he did this for the LGBT, and he did this for black people. Wow. And you know, my man was going off. My man getting a jail cell, and you know, next week later, he getting out on appeal, talking about that him and the previous, he got out on what they called a Bill Cosby. And that is that him and the previous prosecutor made a deal, and then that a new prosecutor came and didn't honor the deal. So, you know, while he's out in appeal, he got to do also. Man, what's your thoughts on this whole situation, man? I'm telling you, man, can we, as a race, I think we need to trade Juicy Smollett for somebody, man. I think we should take Jack Harlow, but we need to get rid of him.
That's embarrassing. Trade. Like Jesse made talk about like he got arrested because he was black. He just made us look bad.
Mm-hmm. And the way he got taken off, the way he got like when he was taking the when they made their case, and the what's it called, the judge made the verdict. The way when he walked off, he threw up the fist, like, you know what I'm saying, by power. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
Like, you the one who literally staged black people attacking you, like, and you're talking about black power. Like, come on, so what's look at that image? It's not like an issue right there. Like, and secondly, like, bro, like, fucking the trial took 3 years, and my man's gonna get 30 days in jail, like 90 days, and then he's gonna appeal that. Like, bro, I don't know, man. I'm just done talking about this, man. I don't know. Y'all can talk the rest. Jesus, it's a whole lot of.
Y'all don't got nothing to say, man. Juicy Smollett. I mean, the only thing I really got left to say, that's a fact to say.
Who knew he's gonna peak at Empire, yo?
If you do look at it at race real quick, even though we all know that Juicy Smollett is a big hoax, the fact that out of all these kind of cases that go around, that the resources that were spent for the investigation that he had to pay back, versus if you go through all of these other court cases, people lying on things of such a nature, like if that's the case, man, we got to keep it a stat. When the white lady that lied on Emmett Till said that she lied, she should have been faced with some kind of court costs, or the police that had to go out and investigate and do all this stuff, all these other people that lie and things. So like at that point, I did feel like it was a little unfair that he had to repay all the costs associated, not from the principal standpoint. It's just that, you know, you got to keep it equal across the board. So if you was doing it with everybody, it would be cool, but you know, it is what it is, man. You want to make this outlandish stuff, you gotta pay the consequences.
My man's free. My man's out of jail, yo.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep this moving on. And next up, we're gonna talk about the NFL and Deshaun Watson. I didn't know I seen what happened with Deshaun is that they found out that I guess none of the girls were telling the truth. I think at one point he had like 23 ladies that came out and said that they had some somebody got the story better than me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought
he was like, so he was in when he was with the Texans. Dude came out. He was like a 22 woman. You know what I'm saying? Massage therapist came out and said like he's doing all types of stuff to them. You know, he's paying for massages, and then they was doing the explicit endings and all that stuff. They said they got a video of him driving out 1 hour to meet this one therapist, and so he got traded from the Texans. Got to choose what he wanted to pick. Chose the Browns. Got the most guaranteed money in NFL history. Messing up the whole market for every QB next.
It's wild though.
I got more than Patrick Mahomes. No.
Yeah, he got more Patrick Mahomes.
So that was recently, right? After the charges was cleared and all of that.
Right. And the thing about those charges, it's hard to prove cases like that. Like, so it's like people always going to feel him.
That's
no matter
just
what.
sad how he got isolated from all that.
Right.
Now, keeping the same energy. Go ahead, Z. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say it's one thing that like he has those charges, right? Like that's it's debatable, right? Like you go it's whatever's gonna happen, but to get that type of money when that's already going on, it's like if that wasn't going on, then yeah, that's fine. But if that's going on, that's crazy to be the highest paid quarterback.
And if it wasn't going on, he wouldn't have got someone about it. He got more leverage.
He's definitely nice enough to be like top 5, like top 5 money.
Not like fully guaranteed.
Yeah, for not playing last year and then all and guaranteed, like you just said, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, almost. Here's
a statistic.
Baker Mayfield tight right now.
Right.
Yeah,
but if before him was 150 million.
Now, if we're going to keep the same energy, and that's what I was talking about earlier with Smooyet, is that those ladies need to be charged for all the investigative hours that was spent on that case, man. If you're gonna make him pay, you gotta keep it consistent, and we might have a subject about that, like the consequences on the other side of making up these stories or things of them blurring the line between sexual assault and sexual misconduct and all of that. Like they try to use the words all interchangeably and stuff and get you confused of what certain stuff is. So it's like, the whole joint is just sticky situation, man. You want to stay yourself far away from it as possible, but when the script is flipped and it's time for people that lie to come on face them charges, it seems like a certain demographic always gets off with like a pat on the wrist or some stuff.
But Gary, I gotta say something. I do see what you're saying, but I do think it's a little bit different with the female accusations because with the Smoothie shit, like this is a clear cut. Like he stays this shit, right? It ain't no ifs, ands, or it was clear cut. And
my man still professed his innocence, man. He confessed. He according to the courtroom outburst, he said he been set up.
He said they told me until I'm. He said they told me I'm innocent until proven guilty, so I'm riding with this shit. But you see what I'm saying? Like that's clear cut. Everybody knows it. Versus with females accusing shit. I hate it when they lie, but sometimes they're telling the truth, but nobody's hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like that's just a harder.
So I got a question. So were there situations like this, right? Just say with the Deshaun. What if he actually did it? We don't. I feel like if he did, we don't have like proof, right? We don't have enough proof to say that he did do it, but to like reverse charges on them or something like that, or them get something in return. Those girls, it's like when he probably did do it, but there's not enough proof, so he's getting off. But so I don't think it's fair to like switch it back.
So let's really keep it a stack. You really don't know nobody in life, but for this man to be a superstar NFL athlete, right? And for him to say that the amount of woman that you would assume somebody of that caliber has access to, and for him to be going to these massage parlors and soliciting services from these women, it just don't make sense. So you saying like unless you think he's some real kind of deviant, right, and don't have is like psychopathic of nature, like the amount of women that he probably could walk down the street and have throw themselves at him, do you really think that he would need to be soliciting happy endings at massage parlors.
But see, Gary, what if we just falling for the cover up? What if that's the cover right there? Like, ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying that in order to believe it, you would assume that he has to be some kind of deviant, that he's not normal in nature. You would assume that a normal person of that caliber would have so many options that they wouldn't stoop to something like that. Right?
Yeah, it comes to like.
So if you believe that he's some kind of sexual deviant and that he's going into massage parlors, like, and then the thing is like all that smoke they had for him. What about the real sexual deviant that was in the massage parlors that owns the Patriots?
Yeah.
Now the energy's gone. Everybody's everybody got real quiet. Gary made a point. No, he's no energies. There's no energy. Everybody's like,
I mean, I don't remember exactly the story, but I mean, he really didn't get in any. He didn't get in any trouble.
Nobody knows about Bill Belichick walking his old self up in that massage. Robert Kraft. My bad. Yeah, Robert Kraft walking his old self up in that massage parlor and getting a happy ending.
Yeah.
Right. So there's one way of looking at it. Like he's I guess an entrepreneur because he owns his own company. Like he's his own boss. Like no one's gonna say anything to him. Or Deshaun Jackson is working for the Houston Texans, and he's got to like follow somewhere. Like Robert Kraft, like if he wants, that's his team. Like he owns it. Where I know he should be held. You're right. I agree with you. Like he should be held to like the same thing. But the situation is different in the sense because like he's like the owner. Like who's going to tell him anything?
So are those two people, who would you consider more deviant? You would assume that Robert Kraft is more, even because he got
because he's like what.
But I'm saying that naturally a person of Deshaun Watson's character would have so many options that doing something of that nature.
But Gary, I got a question for you. I understand there's like a lot of options, like right, a lot, but these are some of the options, right? Like you would think that like this is where he's getting some of his options from, not just some random girl off the street. It's like, all right, well, you doing this, you might as well.
See, come on. So you think he's getting his options from going to massage parlors? I'm not saying so all, you telling me if you go to this man DM that he don't have a million people hitting them? Yo, come on,
hey,
you cannot be telling me this.
I don't know, bro.
Come on, yo. People have their fetishes. You never know. Deshaun might be that guy. You know, he want to get that.
I'm saying I'm not saying this is all. I'm saying this is just some.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
no,
if you
I do agree.
He's a
I do agree.
deviant,
Probably.
then you can say that. But the normal course is that you wouldn't assume that. And since he's been found not guilty of it, you would assume it even less.
Yeah, I do agree that he probably was in. They probably offered it. I don't think he was over there ripping people's shirts off and stuff.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they're definitely offering it, and then he just like bagged them. Like, all right, we better get this bag.
That's what
it's a setup. I mean, it's probably what it is, but I mean, it's like
not him like
guilty,
choking people.
Man, let's keep it moving, yo. Before we get canceled out this. Oh, we're talking about the NFL.
Worried about getting canceled.
The NFL.
Yeah, we gotta tread lightly these days.
What's going on? I'm not too up to speed, but what's going on with this new rule about the diversity?
Yeah. So basically, just you got to have a black head coach, or a black female, or a female general.
So it's a minority and female on your offensive side, like assistant or anything, but it's got to be a minority or a female.
Right.
So it could be like me, like, so the Steelers are ready to hire me.
Not that he's black.
No, I said minority.
Big promo.
Do you think this is gonna downplay the Rudy rule and saying that
representation in the NFL?
They that they're going to try to like focus on giving people, minorities or women, lower level positions in the NFL and kind of get away from the whole Rudy rule and getting more diversity along head coaches?
I mean, they're already doing it with head coaches, so you think they're not going to do it more with this? Like,
what I'm saying that there was a lot of heat from the head coaches thing, right? So I think that this is taking heat away from that by saying, we're going to bring more diversity in on the lower levels to take away from everybody focusing on having more diversity at head coaches. Because you got to understand that the Rudy rule could be a railroad easily. All it's saying is that you need to interview somebody from minority descent for the position. It's not guaranteeing no percentage or people, you know what I'm saying? Now this is saying that certain percentage of people have to be women or minority in this position. You see what I'm saying? Now the Rudy is saying only you guaranteed that you get an opportunity. You're not getting no outcome. So I think this is maybe a way to say, well, to kind of push back on more diversity in head coaches.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to like force them now, like to have somebody on in that position. Especially on offense, that's more important. Like I feel like defense, you can like put somebody on like a cornerback coach or something that doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, that matters.
The offense is a new wave in the NFL.
Yes. So offense matters. So just for them to say like offensive assistant, like,
and people will be like, oh, like they just interviewing black people because of black people. They need to be interviewing more people that's qualified. You can't be qualified now for the position.
It's kind of like the whole affirmative action type thing. With football. Wait, so Rudy was that like that coach that complained? They made that lawsuit against the team
from my understanding, Rudy rule
is Rudy. About like it's ROONE. It's a Steelers owner. Like he made it.
That you have to interview one person or one minority, or is it black? Is it minority or is it black? I don't know. Let's say minority to play it safe, right? It's one minority for the position of the head coach when you have a head coaching opportunity open up.
And then that team is affirmative action.
Yeah.
That requirement is way better.
Yeah.
Not getting picks for being hired because no team wants to give an opposing team any draft picks. So what's next when you listen to this joke?
Man, let's talk about this. Would you rather have a 9 to 5 making $100K, or would you rather own a business, grossing you grossing?
You mean like a fun business too, like a business you enjoy?
Yeah.
I did 9 to 5.
Yeah, if you just look at it number wise, I mean, I think you're stupid if you can't look at 100K and 50K. I mean, if you got to give more information, are you looking at how many hours a person is working? Or are you looking like, is the business expected to grow? If you're just giving out numbers, and you got to be stupid.
I'm picking a business all day, yeah.
I agree with Gary. I mean, think about it. 50K. Like, what if that's 50K in your sleep? 9 to 5, you a slave, dog. 40 hours a week.
Yes,
you ain't got no time to do nothing you want to do.
Nah, but like for some businesses, you have to hustle hard. Like it depends on what you're doing. Like
but there's always opportunity for growth. In the business, there's a lot more opportunity for your personal.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at it just number wise, but what do you like? You gotta paint a little bit broader.
I guess more context.
But I think the 9 to 5, like the number is kind of deceiving people because you put it from 7 to 3. That sounds more pleasing. People hear 9 to 5. That's like, you.
I mean, it's also the fact that
it don't mind. I don't know about all that.
What
If
you're working 6 to 2? That's way better sounding. Or 7 to 3 than working till later.
It's
like,
I mean, 62 sounds nice until 5 in the morning.
And you got lunch breaks, depending on it.
Nah, I'm taking the business, man. I want the freedom. I think if people really. The 9 to 5, the 100K. When you really break down the 100K, it ain't all glamorous like people be thinking it is, man. 100K taking care of family and all that ain't really like. I'm trying to tell y'all, joint gets broken down real quick.
Uncle Sam.
Either right up,
especially on the 100K, 24% of that going to Big Brother.
But you working that. You are working at 9 to 5.
Security.
Working more.
It's like with the business, you're working 24/7.
Yeah, you probably working more.
Yeah,
but
time.
I mean, but it's investment in yourself, right? Because then at a certain point, you take off the training wheels, and then you ain't gotta do shit, but be like, what's good? how's everything going?
Yeah, and then like you said, like you're saying, you take our training wheels off, or you can put in overtime on one day and work less hours the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about like overtime, like if you start like if this is like a job like 100K, that could be your first job in 4 or 5 years. You're making like a lot more than 100K. It's not, you're not just stuck there.
See, how does that work?
Yeah.
Most things don't work.
No, because you're saying growth. No, you saying growth.
There's very few jobs out there where you're making 100K and then in the next couple years you like 150, 200. Yeah, there's very few jobs out there, and you gotta have very specialized skills. Most people, you thinking of that 100K, you getting standard cost of living adjustment and maybe a 3 or 4% COLA a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, but I mean, I feel like if you're gonna say like business grows and your income should grow and you're like salary wise, because you guys,
yeah, that's what I just told you. It's gonna grow. You're gonna get cost of living adjustment, and you're gonna get a 3 to 5% merit adjustment every year. That's standard across the industry. Most companies, that's what you're getting.
Yeah. At least, so they are keeping up with cost of living now. Okay, that's cool.
There's some places, man, it depend on where you living, because like we're gonna talk about later. Inflation is wild, right? Like inflation running like 7% right now.
The military don't know what to do with it.
I know they know what to do with it. According to them, give you less.
They ready to hit y'all with that memo. Sorry to inform you.
Oh no. We regret to inform you.
Right.
Speaking of life regrets.
I'm dead.
It was like, yeah, it's like that.
Now what y'all feel about that?
Looped it back around to that. We gotta have you on more often.
Gotta claim that disability while y'all can. It's like,
before they be like, you can't.
You like,
right? Keep it going.
Man, we're gonna go ahead and hit this last topic. Y'all, we can save some of these for next time. The inflation, man. Right? We were just talking about that cost of living. That rolls right into inflation. That inflation is going crazy. Like, if anybody don't know, inflation is like the rate of which your money is losing its value. Currently, inflation, overall inflation right now is about 7.5%. The thing with inflation is like you can look at overall inflation, but inflation affects different assets in different ways. So like of used cars, inflation's like 41%, you know, certain things like I could sell my truck for now almost or a little bit more from what I brought it for 3-4 years. I mean, Hubbard, I don't know if he told us on air, but he told us a story about his vehicle.
Right. Now, with inflation, I was reading somewhere it was like the average is 7, but inflation is actually it's tailored to you. So like if you are like into cars and stuff, so if it's going up, it's more like it just varies per person.
Yeah.
When you look at it like that,
it do.
Yeah. So for your lifestyle, it might be higher or lower. It just depends on who you are and what you do.
So just running down some of like the major topics: gasoline up 40%, electricity up 11%, food up 7%, transportation up 6%, apparel up 5%, shelter up 4%, and medical care up 3%. So like kind of when you average some of those major sectors out, you're getting around 7.5%. It's kind of like an overall marker for inflation. But like Z said, that, you know, it depending if your area spent more in one sector than other sectors, that it can affect you differently. But like kind of a balanced life, you're looking about 7.5% inflation. And so that's why it's always good to keep your money invested, because you got to be outperforming the market and things of that nature.
We're not ready for the outro just yet.
What you gotta say, Chef? You got something to say on inflation?
He was talking no.
No. I was talking about the music.
Talking about that music in the background.
Coco Melon side down.
Nah, I got mixed. I got the
Dang.
Baby Millionaire,
Dang.
yo. The Baby Millionaire. As to get into that age, this is for Mo, right? I seen this.
That's what Hubbard got one on the way.
Oh man, Hubbard, one of the single moms got you, yo. They finally got him.
Ooh, I can't wait till I get all y'all in a room in person, bro.
They finally got him. They got you, yo. I'm dead.
Yeah. What y'all think is gonna happen with this?
I ain't got no kids, bro. My mama listen to these podcasts.
I'm dead.
What y'all think gonna happen with the inflation though, like the housing market in the future?
Nah, with housing, I think it's gonna be a crash. I think there's gonna be a crash.
It's gonna be settled today.
Yeah,
that's what I'm buying.
Yeah, that's what I'm buying. I'm buying a dip.
The thing is, like with the housing market, is just going to be hard because so many people in our generation, had put off buying houses. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people in millennials that are looking for houses, but I wouldn't say can't afford one right now. But right now is just not the best time. So like, I feel like it's not going to be kind of like a sharp drop off because as prices go down, more and more people are going to start buying. But you know, we'll see what happens. But definitely inflation.
I'm waiting on that next COVID variant and the economy to crash again.
Yep, so I got to work every day. So.
But nah, the inflation definitely going to affect everybody.
Yeah, I agree. And fun fact, I mean, most of y'all probably know this, but to our listeners, yo, if you ain't know, so currently like 70% of the current USD circulating supply has just been introduced to the economy like within the last 2-3 years. So
that's crazy.
I'm saying if you know, like I mean, they just flooding your supply, so that means your money worth less, and it's gonna keep getting less. So like Gary said, I would invest, learn about some stocks, learn about some crypto, learn about some 401ks, and even learn about some silver, some iron, some gold. You know what I'm saying? Put your shit in something.
70% of the world is covered by water. Land is scarce, so invest in the island if you can.
I'm dead.
Like a lot of people say like in high school, why we didn't learn about that stuff. I'm like, that's the way that if we all learn about that stuff, be more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to like. I'm happy that they teach us a lot of stuff. Because if everybody
so the baby millionaire. So as we get older and older, some of us already got kids. Some of us, like Hubbard, got kids on the way.
No.
Some of us will have kids in the future.
Yes, that is me. The last one.
If you invest $2,040 into an index fund that returns 10% a year and don't invest anything else when your child is 1, by the age of 65, that account would have $1,400,000 in it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just one small investment, by the time they get to retirement age, that, would really set them up for a good retirement. And that's not even continue to put maybe $100, $200 as they, grow up throughout the years. That's just one small investment of $2,040 into a index fund that's returning 10% a year, which would be more over $1 million by the time they're 65. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just a little something.
It's crazy because like for all of us, like how many of us like had accounts that our parents gave us when we were younger, but it disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
All the birthday money
Mm-hmm.
parents took, so you
my
can't
mom
be
took
taking
all
up.
mine.
But just having that money is good.
Yeah,
but,
so you know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep little gems like that, saying that you can't say you nobody gave you a heads up, man. The information's out there. You gotta do your research, and like you said, you gotta make the sacrifice. You gotta have the YOLO for your own personal growth and development.
My kids will be self-made.
We close it out. Happy
They got
birthday,
it.
Z. It's like, nah.
Yeah. Happy
All right,
birthday,
and
Shawnee.
cue that Coco Melon.
Z like, and with that.
And we out. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.